Hey y'all, what's up? It's your boy, Pete Nut, coming at you with another reaction. And before we get into this, welcome to the Peanut Gallery, y'all. And today, I'll be reacting to the latest from Kevin. Akiba Maid War is ridiculous. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, never heard this anime before in my life. Enough talk, let's get into this. Okay, we got some maids getting out, okay.
CJ, LS Trace did it to you, huh?
Damn! Got maids shooting each other? Sending her to the afterlife. Hold
Now,
up.
you may be wondering how we got here. Why one maid just laid another maid out? By the
What?
title, you're probably like, yo, Kevin, what are you watching? But trust, this is another low-key banger. There's a lot of
Okay.
shows out there that went over people's head, and I'm just here to bring them to light. Akiba Maid War. If I showed you a random picture, you would think, oh, it's just some cutesy maid anime.
Right.
But that's nowhere near what this is.
Oh boy.
So our main character here, Nagomi, has no clue what she's in for. She moved to this town to fulfill her dream of working at a maid cafe. So she
Okay.
joins this small, kind of struggling cafe, the Oinky Doink. So
Oinky
she gets dressed,
Doink?
meets a few
What type
people,
of
it's her
name is
first day.
that?
But she's not the only new girl. The other one is actually the same girl who was there on the day when that woman got slimed out. But they go through the first day and whatnot, but afterwards this guy pulls up, talks to the manager saying, hey, you're late on those dues you owe me. And since you can't pay up, I'll take that maid over there. She can handle the Wuff Wuff Moonbeam issue. Whatever
What?
the fuck that means.
What
So
the
they
hell does
go
that
to the
mean?
back room. The manager hands her an envelope saying, look, all you gotta do is give this to Wuff Wuff Moonbeam. And listen, they just happen to be our parent company's ops, so do what you will with that information. But the other new girl, Ronco, said she'll go down there with her. And look at her
Okay.
face. There's nothing but bad intentions in her mind.
Absolutely.
What am I gonna do? What am I dead?
Though they do take a quick pit stop, gotta get a bite to eat. Nagomi walks out, but Ronco stays in. Old boy hands her a bag. I know exactly what's in that shit.
Uh-oh.
Anyways, they make it to the spot, and the first thing we see is some girl yelling at the top of her
Oh,
lungs,
shoot.
pleading to keep her hair.
Are you shitting me? Straight from the fucking roots,
Damn.
And y'all know when an anime uses the hard curse words, they're not holding anything back.
No,
But they hand
not
over
at
the
all.
note, and I kid you not, that junk said, yo, prepare to be exterminated from everyone at Onky Doink Cafe. Now remember, Nagomi wasn't filled in on nothing.
Okay.
She moved here expecting to make tea, serve customers, run a few errands, sure, but not to be delivering death threats and getting slapped for it.
Damn.
Multiple
Got slapped the
times at
hell
that.
out of him. Ooh.
Well, that's what Ronco's here for. To
Got the
catch
blick in the
bodies.
bag?
They
Hey,
walk
yo.
out the spot and haul ass because they were on that. And while this was going on, back at the Oinky Doink, they were having some concert. So with all
Damn,
this
she got the
death and
jewelry. She
destruction,
blicking
here's some
everybody.
cutesy
Hey,
music in
yo.
the background. I'm telling y'all, this show is fire. Ronco is
Cooking.
soloing an entire army.
Damn, she
Nagomi's entire
doing
understanding of
them
the world
things.
has gone to shit, all while some maid girl is singing some crazy vocals in my ear. And there was this one last
Whole
girl who was
squad
begging
laid
for
out.
mercy, but
Allow me to send you off, mistress.
Just the way she brought the guns down on her.
Living my dream of being a maid,
Whew.
and I'm ready to leave.
but hold on.
Heck
I
yeah,
was
this ain't no
scrolling
normal
through
maid
Crunchyroll
job.
looking for
What?
something to watch. You know what I see? Honkai Star Rail.
This
They
on
teamed up
from
with
Roberta
Crunchyroll
type
for a
from Black
crossover
Lagoon.
event. Big shout out to Honkai Star Rail for sponsoring this video.
Oh,
So
alright,
check this out.
alright.
Crunchyroll and Honkai
Alright.
event links in the description
Get
to
your
join
bag,
the
get
event
to
and
the
get
bag, I
multiple
hear you.
rewards. But once again, thank you Honkai Star Rail for sponsoring this
Get
video.
that money. Ashes on
And
the
now they're
counter.
back to business as usual. But her dream of being a maid has been corrupted. Everything is reminding her of what happened last night. So homegirl told her to take a little stroll outside, go hand out some flyers. immediately gets ran off the block. Like,
Uh-oh.
y'all not even in the same gang. Why is all three of you coming to her? But she
Right.
does meet this girl, Narula. And yeah, she's pretty chill. She just gave her some motivation to keep going. And
Okay.
she came back to the cafe cheesing.
What?
I don't know why she's so happy. All Narula said was keep at it, champ. And all of a sudden you forget the massacre you witnessed yesterday. But that smile instantly faded when the manager came back telling us the cafe's closing down.
Huh?
Long story short, she went to this guy asking for a lot of money. He said, I'm gonna need some collateral though. So she offers the cafe. He gave her money, but it was nowhere near enough. So he said, okay, look, if you want more, just go gamble.
What?
And her dumbass went and did it. Lost
Really?
everything dude just gave her and the cafe.
We're so fucked.
But she said,
Horrible.
you know what? We're not fucked. Grabbed all the money they had in the register and went straight to the
Oh,
casino. You know what
Lord.
they say, kids. If you keep gambling, you're gonna hit eventually. But we find
I
out
don't
the
know
guy
about that
who
one,
lent her
Chief.
money is actually the one running the casino. So she got played twice. So we see everyone split up, going to do
Man,
their thing.
scamming, boy.
5 seconds later, cuts back to everyone broke. Not a dime to their name. That's when this lady comes through,
Shit, now
telling
be
them about this
gambling out
new
here in
game
these
about to
streets.
start at the super duper poker table.
Really?
That shit just sounds like a scam. Why would we go over there?
Absolutely. You went over there anyway.
And you know what the stakes are. Since they have no bread to put up, they had to put their self on the line. You're
What?
getting shipped out working on them boats if you lose. And I'm not even gonna act like I know how this game works, but 4 of us lost off rip. So now it's
Damn.
up to pigtails. And she goes all in. She had the whole game plan set up like, yeah, you think I wouldn't catch on?
Huh?
You never dealt the top card to your associate over there. You won some, you lost some, all to make it believable. But every time you had the winning hand, you adjust your glasses. I see through your tricks. You didn't touch your glasses this time. That means I have the winning hand.
Okay.
Did you Mechi just win the game? No, she didn't. She lost. What?
Then dude started
Damn.
going off talking crazy shit. I don't even know why he's so mad. Like, nigga, you won. Be
Right.
happy.
Where'd you get the
But we don't
blick
wanna hear none
from?
of that.
You
Rocco
locked
always
up.
gives something a fair shot. And if that shit doesn't work, she resorts to the gun, and I respect it. We need someone like you on the team. Especially since everyone had a gun and no one shot shit. So obviously we washed him, walked out the spot unscathed. So this girl decided to throw a grenade. Rocco
Damn,
catches
he
that
caught
shit.
it like
Should've
nothing.
cooked it, dumbass.
So you showing some Roberta type timing, bro. Broken reflections. Okay.
So now we see another lady who's about that life. She took out this entire warehouse all in search for a figurine, which she was then told it was sold to a man named Kijima, who is this guy that Ronko was about to rock until
Forehead
Shorty stopped.
beaming.
Then right after, we cut to when this guy pulls up again, got the gun in Shorty mouth, and he
Ooh,
talking about
whoa.
the same thing. Where's my money?
Got
Oh,
that
you
thing
can't pay me
deep,
back?
deep
I bet
throat.
you gotta do another
Sorry,
job
pause.
for me. So the job he has is fighting in his
Not
boxing
pause.
match, which they agreed that Ronko would purposely lose in the 3rd round by knockout, but that shit did not happen. Knocked her clean the fuck out. And
Damn,
remember that
GG.
Kijima guy? Yeah, she popped his ass. Unprovoked. The guy said, damn, why'd she do that? Then caught a bullet to the skull. So she called them up to her office, and manager came up with this off
They
the
love
dome.
one
She said,
tapping
look,
in this
this is
show.
all a part of the plan. Ronko will beat everyone up until the final round. That's when she'll lose, granting you a new star. You can rig the match, right?
Probably so. You want to ring it, right? Not particularly. Just lose the finals. You got that right? Sure, in theory.
So they agreed to this new plan. And the one she's fighting in the final round happens to be that same girl from the warehouse. And what happens next, I'm not even surprised. Everyone in this show is grimy. She had Ronko dump the body in the car, caught it
Okay.
on recording so she can blame it on her when folks come asking about Kijima. And she tells them, don't worry, I ordered my fighter to kill her in the match.
Wow.
Damn, is it really that serious? Funny part is, Ronko was about to do a kind gesture, cause turns out Kijima was scamming her. When she
a
dumped
bunch
the
of
body, the
scamming
guy
going
was
on.
carrying the real figurine for some reason. I don't know why he did that, but she found it and was trying to tell the lady about it. And you out here trying to kill her. So they pretty much
Wow.
dominate every fight until they finally get to the last match. And according to the agreement, she is not allowed to fight back. But that's when Shorty got the go-ahead to kill her. Hit her in the back of the head, that's
Ooh.
illegal. Went for the eye poke, that's illegal.
Very
and right
illegal.
there's when Ronco's about to rock her shit.
Damn.
The bell done saved
Sidestep.
her. She said you're getting a little too cocky. So they went through like 7 more rounds of this, and one thing Ronco doesn't play about is her being a maid. Shorty said everyone in the Oinky Doink are all wannabes.
Oh, damn. Never talk that talk.
See, now we fighting for real. Don't care about the little deal we made, nigga. Now she's serious.
Absolutely.
Slip. I think she tries an armbar right here. Gets slammed.
Ooh.
Nah, there ain't no running. But
Now we
she
wrestling.
blocks
Ooh,
the knee, and
good
that's
block.
when they show us her backstory. Pretty much, she was always denied the whole cutesy act. At the age of, I don't know, 5, had her going through a whole main character training routine. Like, why are y'all outside? You
Right.
can do this same thing indoors. So
Facts.
one day, she actually tried becoming a maid, but that junk was a flop. Had dudes hating day one. So it seems like she was hating on Ronco because she was jealous. They're pretty much the same person, just in different fonts, but Ronco found success where she didn't. At the
Okay.
end, though, they understood each other. You see how they're both smiling right now? I want you to remember that. I'm
Okay.
thinking after this, they'll let bygones be bygones until Ronco knocked her clean the fuck out.
Damn.
What the?
Oh, no.
Stop it! Don't do that!
She
She
said,
had to get
F
her
that.
legs back. She said, nigga, we are not friends. Oh, and by the way, earlier, Ronco left a note on the door saying, and I quote, I would like to tell you something about the body you had me dump in the trunk of the car.
Wow.
Yeah, she was not making out of that. And
Heck
Shorty joined
no.
our cafe.
Goodbye.
We got
Open
her
the gates.
and Ronco. Yeah, we're not losing. So right here is like a little gang meeting. And with this lady being the kingpin, they called up 3 cafe managers to the stage. There are 3 great attributes every maid in our group should have. 1 is the ability to fight. Another is the ability to make money. And then the most important attribute.
Damn.
Thought I wouldn't notice you digging in my pockets?
Hey, yo.
The most important attribute to have
Don't be
is
picket
loyalty.
pocking.
And to make sure these attributes are kept up, they sent a drill master to every cafe.
Oh,
It's a maid
shoot. They
cafe,
not
but
playing.
It's also a pigsty. Ludicrous. Huh?
Oh.
Luda what? Ludicrous.
And the test they were given was
Crazy.
to earn
Also the rapper
100,000
Ludacris.
yen in a
I got the
week,
pun.
which is like $600. Long story short, that shit did not last.
It did sound like a bomb.
And later
Absolutely.
on, the manager
They
was
love
like, "Oh yeah,
slapping in the
if we
show.
don't pay off the $500,000 in interest within the month for our overdue dues, they said we have to close shop. Yeah, y'all gonna be working forever." So to try and get more customers, Nagomi wanted to host an event to celebrate Ronco's birthday. And Narula mentioned how you can ask other cafes for help, and I don't know why the fuck she believed that. Every cafe we've been to ended in a shootout. You got no friends in this industry. So
Heck
they
no,
pulled up to
everything
the
is
Sheep
shootout,
Cafe,
slap.
and this girl was the definition of passive aggressive. It's like she's right there at the line, but not going over it, so it doesn't warrant a slap. I will say
So
she
she
is very
tiptoeing.
brave for talking like that, though. She must not know who Ronco is. She is the first to pull out gun every encounter. So they
Big
leave the
facts.
spot, and 10 seconds later, they get run up on by some lackeys.
Uh-oh.
Not sure you want to do this?
Slip, your sword.
Weave. Ooh,
Weave,
good
punch
elbow.
the gut, two
Mm,
to
good
the
punch.
face, use the
Damn.
body as a shield here. Pick your mans up.
Ooh.
Immediately held that nose. I know that shit hurt. Disarms her. Spin kick,
Damn,
grabs the
good
gun,
kick.
turns around, and look who it is. You're so lucky Nagomi is ass. All this time and y'all still ain't put a gun in her hand or at least a knife, something. All the Oinky Doinks got a blick besides her. What
That's
are the requirements to get one?
crazy.
But they were forced to surrender, and ain't no way nobody seen your big ass behind that pole. Shaq, we see you.
Right.
Anyways,
Hello?
this girl is deranged. She's only doing this because Ronco has the same birthday as her.
You serious?
What?
Literally no other reason. So she
How many
started
people have the
filling
same
up
person,
this
another person in the
big-ass
world?
bucket
Come on,
with
man.
tomato juice. What a waste. It's like you wanted them to get rescued. It's going to take 30 minutes for it to even reach head level.
Facts. Too long.
We're affiliated.
The squad came through.
There they
Off
go.
screen, they
Damn.
ass and saved them. They got done so bad. Cause how does your feet end up on a table like that? What position was you in for that to happen to you?
I'm the one the group needs in their flock, not that shitty maid who can't hope to bring in customers.
Yeah. Say goodbye.
And I rock
Say
with this
goodbye.
panda, bro. They said, hold on, a lick?
Stole that shit. That's what I do, nigga. Fuck, nigga, I stole that shit.
Old blood, new world. Let's go.
Just how Ronco changed the balance of the cafes, the rival's top dog also made it out the pen.
Okay. Damn.
Gotta feel the winds of freedom, you know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean. You could have just rolled the windows down. What is wrong with you?
Right, that's
Monami is one
unnecessary.
of those old heads who can't get with the times. She's been
Just
gone for
roll
some
it
years and
down,
came
call
back
it
to
a
the
day.
soft shit and was not a fan.
Dang,
Care that
motion
they talk
face
shit
and
about
food.
us? And you call yourself a fucking maid?
She walked up to the leader
Yo,
and told her
she
exactly how it's
wildin'.
gonna be.
You can boss around those other little bitches, but I ain't one of them. Tell me who took out Wuv Wuv Moonbeam and we good.
And that's exactly what she did. Told him Oinky Doink did it. So for things to make sense, Kingpin is the top dog on our side of town.
Okay.
And Monami, while she isn't the official top dog on her side of town, she gets treated like she is. And Wuv Wuv Moonbeam was a part of her side and we wiped them out. And the
Okay.
Kingpin isn't really fucking with us right now. Not only did we wipe out Moonbeam, but we
That
also
shit was
wiped
still
out the Sheep
clean.
Cafe. And the Sheep Cafe were the moneymakers on our side. So she couldn't care less about what happens to us. But Narula, despite being a part of Monami's side, still filled us in on what's going on. They're planning to storm Oinky Doink and then annihilate the entirety of our side. And there's only 6 of us here who
Good
seen
heads
that note.
up.
So how does the police know about it? Unless Narula was handing that note to every cafe, which one of y'all leaked? I wouldn't be surprised if Nagomi's loudmouth ass was the one who said something. Tell me
Somebody
why,
snitched.
after the police pulled up on Monami, she orders
Dang
them
it,
to
told you with
find
the
the rat.
slap, they
They narrowed it down to
heavy.
Narula, but Narula was already one step ahead, was already hiding away. The ramen guy, knowing we're cool with her, tells us where she's at and look at Nagomi.
Narula! Narula!
Do you not get the point of what hiding is? Why are you running over there in the first place? And why are you yelling her name? Nagomi is the type of person you don't tell shit. You gonna tell her something one day and she gonna start thinking about it out loud. But that's when Monami
Certain
herself
people
pulls
need
up
all
and
information.
Narula got shit on. All she had was a blade and Monami laid her out. Not
Classic
gonna lie,
case, knife to a
Ronco, you're a
gunfight.
dickhead. Narula risked her life, well, lost her life, because she wanted to help y'all, and you really sat here saying, nah, this is none of our business? Since when was that
Wow.
decision made? I'm hoping this experience finally pushes you to pick up a gun, because you always out here doing nothing. But 2 days later, Monami comes marching downtown with 17 soldiers. So they start swarming
They
the
ready
building.
for action.
Imagine
Dang.
getting stomped out with a door. So she
That's
runs back
embarrassing.
inside, tags in Ronco. That's one down. And who gave her a Uzi? But that's when Ronco said, look, Pigtails, be ready. I'm gonna go out there and start blasting. Use that
Okay.
chance to take out the leader. But look who pulls up. Nagomi went through her ninja arc and was ready to fight.
Who the hell are you?
A ninja?
That's a ninja?
It's a ninja! Miss Minami looks like a ninja. I am
It
not
does,
a ninja.
she does.
I'm a maid.
Ooh. Can't be running in and getting clapped like that. Ain't no way.
Clocked her shit instantly, but she does get the Uzi though. So they walk up in a
that-
spot.
In a small way.
Got binked on the back of the head with a chair. And her entire squad is buns. We ran through them no problem. Your own subordinate had to pull you away from this ass beating, but you was not getting away. Ricky,
That's
the
tough.
craziest part is, she tries to call for backup but gets told, fuck no. Get with the times, Grandma. We don't want violence. I had a talk with Kingpin and we decided to join them.
Okay.
So she just took a seat on a park bench. Nagomi and Ronco pulled up, and Nagomi was like, look, I won't forgive you, but I won't kill you.
Okay.
I told you I'm a maid. Lovey-dovey heart.
So she walks off, heads back to the headquarters, and they lit her ass up.
Damn. Sheesh. Got blicked
And
out by
remember
the
how the
whole
lady was like,
squad.
oh, we're joining Kingpin. We'll merge as one. Yeah, it didn't play out like that. Monami and her squad was the only people they had who was really about that shit. So now that they're gone,
They moving
have
different
to
over there
agree
in
to whatever
Tokyo.
demands Kingpin has, because what are they gonna do about it? And now your entire organization is nothing but pawns. But later down the line, they held a funeral for her, and not gonna lie, 70% of y'all in here are fake. When Monami got out of jail, y'all wasn't rocking with her. And when y'all blicked her down, I saw nothing but smiles on y'all face. But Kingpin knew there was some heavy tension
fakeness is
between them
real.
and Unki doing, so she said, you know what? Y'all go settle this on the field with a game of baseball. And at
Okay.
first, they were playing fair until they started getting washed. Cracked her straight over the head.
Damn,
Now, Naomi
what?
was still determined to play fair and square, but that didn't go for the other members. Pigtail said, "Hi, you want to play like that? We could play like that, bitch." All I did was tag her. It was my knuckleball. And the rest of the game was
Knuckleball,
just
fist,
grimy. They
knuckleball.
were
Then he
barely
got
playing a
snatched.
sport anymore. They were
Knuckleball
just looking
pick.
for the best
Come
ways to
on.
hurt each other. And why did this girl say, "This is for Monami," and aimed up? Nigga, she is not up there. I can guarantee that. But Nagomi's
He talking
constant
about she's down
positivity got the
here.
other team to calm down. Realize what they're doing is stupid. So the rest of the match was a nice, fair game.
Okay.
Until she
Dang,
got
she
slimed
got
out by
shanked.
one of Monami's lackeys. Now, she got dealt with immediately, though. And I
Ooh.
thought they would have ended the game, but they kept playing. Did the rest of the match fair and square. The Onky Doinks cooked them. But
Okay,
one thing we
chefing up.
find out is that Ronco and the Kingpin were old
People in here
colleagues.
getting their
And
UK
Ronco wasn't
shanking on.
always
They
this
be
cold-blooded.
stabbing.
She was actually more like Nagomi back then. But once that woman at the start died is when she changed.
Okay,
So
okay,
now
let's
they're
go.
at this Akiba festival that celebrates the very first maid gang leader. And this year is special since everything will be ran under solely Kingpin. They came up with this very detailed plan to ensure the Lions Cafe victory, and not gonna lie, no way you expect anyone to read that.
Oh my god.
Also,
What the
why
heck
are we
is that
selling
saying?
pig feet? If you wanted to keep the pig theme, y'all could have done pork chops, bacon, shit, pork rinds. Just hit up Walmart and get a few bags. Anything would be better than pig feet at a festival. But the next day, she gets a phone call and the dude is telling her, "Yo, if you violate them guidelines, you're clipped. Done. Out of here." But guess where them guidelines end up? In the garbage truck.
Oh,
Also, the game that we're
okay.
supposed to let the Lions win is the climbing of the statue. We're all supposed to make sure the Lions get to the top first, but remember, we ain't read that fat-ass pamphlet. We going for that win.
There you go, damn.
Face to face with the
Strike.
head lion, and she was working her, can't even lie. Thank goodness Ronco pulled out.
Ooh,
She just dragged her
clean
down with
save.
her. And with that, we put Oinky Doink on the map.
Yes, sir.
Roehampton time! Come to Oinky Doink Cafe!
Yes, sir.
She
Damn,
really killed
got
that
blipped
man for that.
out.
Not gonna lie, it's really your fault for trying to get niggas to read that novel you gave them. But now we
Got
see this
Tommy
guy
reading
who
all
I
that.
didn't
Get
talk
to the
about earlier
point.
because I
The
didn't think he was
important
going to be
parts.
important. But we've seen him multiple times in the other episodes. But this is when we find out
Oh,
that he's an assassin.
Oh,
And Ronco was
yoking
his
him
target,
up.
but over time, he found himself falling in love. Asked her out on a date, which they do go on, and Ronco was feeling him too. So he then asked her to run away with him. He's tired of doing this job and wants to live a new life with her. Told her tomorrow at 9, he'll be waiting at the station's town exit if she chooses to join him. But right as he leaves, the panda walks up, wanting to tell Ronco the story of a certain maid. Once there was a young girl who came to Akiba with dreams of becoming a maid. Although she got to be a maid, all she was given was menial tasks.
Okay.
But then a certain someone appeared who took a liking to her. So she was given a very important job. Take out the head honcho of a rival maid cafe, and that's exactly what she did. Thinking she would now rise in the ranks.
So it makes
But
sense.
she was nothing but a pawn.
Oh, wow.
Luckily, someone
Getting
saw allowing
used
her
and
to escape.
abused. Damn.
Then she gets hit by a car. Like, it's just not a good day for you. And now I guess for the next 15 years,
That
she
wasn't
decides to
Trump
hide in
Coon.
a
That
panda
was his
costume.
cousin.
I don't even want to imagine what it smells like in there. But she tells this story just to let Ronco know that man is lying. All he cares about is eliminating his target. Ronco turns to her, slaps the mask off her head, and
Damn.
then heads back to the
Slap
cafe.
the
But
man
it turns
and
out
blick?
she ain't kill her. I really thought she
Oh.
did for a sec too, 'cause that's something Ronco would do. But she actually
thought
does
she
decide to
did.
leave with him. Says goodbye to Nagomi, heads off and waits for him at the exit. Thing is though, Panda beat her to it.
Oh.
Shot that man in the alleyway. So with him
Got
never
ahead
showing
of
up,
it.
she goes back, sees Panda in a corner, and Panda tells her there's something you should know. 15 years ago, the one who had me kill your manager was Nagi,
Nope.
aka the Kingpin. And
Oh.
she's the one who gave the order this time too.
So that's how it's going to be.
Wow. Oh boy. It's up. It's up now.
It's Okachimachi!
Yeah, it's
For a
up.
second, I thought he done killed off Panda, but she's fine. But they stuck a note to her head saying that the Oinky Doinks are now disowned from the group. And now that they're disowned, it's only a matter of time before they come down and take us out. And things went a full 180 out here vandalizing our cafe, and one of our regulars, turns out he was killed and then dumped in the river.
Damn,
Took
just
him
for
out all because he
support?
liked going to the cafe. So Ronco
People ain't
tells
even
us
safe
this is
to eat at
probably her
cafes
fault.
no
Her and
more.
Kingpin used to be close friends back in the day, but will always get into arguments. She thinks Kingpin disowned them because of their past relationship. So she said, tomorrow, I'll go down and settle this. This fight is between me and her. But you think we gonna let you go down there by yourself? No. We're with you
No.
until the very end.
Thank you so very much.
What? The freak? You want that to happen, just step out the elevator on the way.
Guys?
Yup, get your ass up. We need a hostage. But Kingpin doesn't give a damn about no hostage. Told him to annihilate everyone in that bitch.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, Ranko and Nagomi just pranced inside the main headquarters thinking it was sweet.
Oh, wow.
Just the nigga I wanted to see.
And I hate when villains don't finish off the ones that are challenging them. Why are you inviting them into your office? But Ranko was like, look, I don't want to
I
kill
never
you. I don't want to
understood
kill
that
you
either.
either. I can get you a seat with the higher ups. All you gotta do is go kill the Oinky Doinks.
What?
Are you dumb? See, I hate when I try to make sense of things that aren't supposed to make sense. I don't know if that gun was loaded, but she could have took it and ended you easily.
Exactly.
And then Ranko goes to tell her, yo, you should visit the cafe one day. I really enjoy it there. She looks at Nagomi and was like, was she the one who got under your skin? What does she have to offer?
Everything. She reminds me of Miss Michio.
Then Kingpin goes on the whole power as everything ran like, okay, why are you telling us this? Last time I checked, Ranko is a killer. She doesn't
Certified
even follow
killer.
anything Nagomi says. That's just her friend. You acting like she influenced any of her decisions. But then she tells Ranko to choose me or her.
You're both too precious and dear to me. Please let them off in exchange for my life.
Oh.
Oinky Doink Cafe is my only home.
And
Oh,
after
wow.
hearing that, Kingpin said, "Aight, fine. Just make 10 times more money from now on." Okay.
All right.
Hours later.
Would you like to take that?
Yes.